game back. Let me just, did I have a draft for this? Yes, I did. Okay, nice. Let me tweet out my tweet. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay. We're all good to go. I remember Elio streaming. He was a good lad. I feel abandoned, so I'm gonna leave out of spite back and say, hey, no! But if you need to leave, you need to leave, so I'll see you in a bit, Twi. But don't leave out of spite! Let's switch over here. Let me take off the Malkuth color palette. And then let me start up the game. I don't know if I had it set to capture. Let me see that. Don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. Give me 1 second. Oh, I guess I can... Oh, it's doing that thing again. Ooh, Umineko! Stop doing this! Oh my god. Does this every time. Oh my god, I was so close to fixing it too. Okay, Umineko! Why do you do this, Umineko? Please. Umineko! God damn it. It's locking my mouse. And I can't click on the game. Oh god. Please, Umineko! Oh god. Anyone know how to fix this? I've been trying to bring Task Manager up. Okay. There we go. There we go. I don't know why Umineko does that. It doesn't even lock in your mouse when you're in the game, but it does when I start it up. It's weird. Okay. I think that's fine now. Now I can move this thing somewhere a little better. Right there. That's fine. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't like how that looks. Move it over here. Now right there's good. It feels weird to not have the game be centered. You know? So there we go. Welcome back! Thank you! Let me close out of the RNA music. Hopefully the sequel noises aren't too loud for you guys, but let me know if they are. Alright. Let's continue with Umineko! It sounds fine, I guess? Okay. We'll let you know. Alright. And we were playing with original sprites last time, so we'll play with or not original. The the updated sprites. So we'll play with the original today. Anyway, it's time for breakfast, so let's head over to the mansion. That's right. Maria, let's go to the mansion together, okay? I'm sure Aunt Rosa will be there too. She always looks so tired in the original. Mama's in the mansion? Yeah, she's probably dead. Then I'll go there. Ooh, time. Ooh. Yeah, I guess we should go to the mansion. My parents have probably already gone there. Maria regained her usual composure so completely, her earlier tantrum now seemed like a lie. We got dressed, left the room, and headed for the mansion. Oh, why you guys got the windows open? In the rain? For real? What the hell's wrong with the servants of this place? My god. Once more, there was a knocking sound on the study door. But there was no answer. He seemed to be sleeping still, and I could not wake him. Nah, he's dead. If she went back downstairs and said something like that, Ava would probably be amused and triumphant. And even putting Ava aside, it was problematic that Kinzo had stayed shut away during this entire once-a-year conference, not even coming down to greet anyone. Even the family head? No, especially the family head, couldn't fail to make an appearance. I wonder if I can convince him myself. Natsuki readied herself and used the key that she'd borrowed from Genji to open the door. Kickstorin! Hi, hello, I am here for murder party. Hello, Jackie, welcome. Boo, 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 boo. Let's see who dies today. It better not be Shannon. Better not be. I'm cool with everyone else that's missing dying. Even though she was prepared for the sweet stench, which seemed to eat into one's brains as it poured out the small crack in the door, she couldn't help but grimace. I wish I had a grimace shake. Thinking that he might still be sleeping, Natsuki entered the room quietly. When she did, Kinzo was already awake and looking down out of the window. So you're awake? Ah, damn. The old fart's not dead yet. Damn it. Good morning. How did you get in? Kinzo spoke with his back still facing her. His voice was harsh, but calm, and Natsuki was slightly reassured. However, though he was awake, he wouldn't have ignored all that knocking if he was in a good mood. Ooh. Natsuki wasn't able to relax. My sincere apologies. I asked Genji-san, and he allowed me to borrow the key to the study. Oh? Genji did? If my friend thought it was that important, I have no choice but to listen. So, what business do you have with me? Well, breakfast will be ready soon, and I would greatly appreciate it if you would join us. I will eat here. I was brought here like always. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like looking at his sprite, and his like mustache looks to me like lamb, what's the word? Lamb wool or whatever. Like, it doesn't look like hair to me. It looks like lamb wool. He just like glued some lamb wool under his nose and called it a day. But father, This family conference happens only once a year. Please, at least let them see your face. And go back downstairs. Are you asking me to join in as they discuss how to chew up my inheritance after I die? How foolish. Honestly, you're spitting facts. Let them speak of such matters as much as they please without me. And if that's what you call a family conference, it's hardly worth leaving my room for it. I'm busy. Do not bother me. Okay, but we got like a shit ton of people missing, though. Just want to make sure you're okay. His last words carried the threat that any further questions would not be appreciated. Natsuki realized that adding any further pleas would finally bring his wrath down upon her. She didn't look forward to facing Eva's sarcasm, but there was nothing more Natsuki could do. Is that so? Understood. I am sure everyone will be sorry to hear it, but I will tell them. Natsuki decided to give up. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna listen to you anyway. Bowing silently, she tried to leave the room before Kinzo's spasmodic temper could flare up. I don't like that word. As she did, Kinzo spoke to her. I've never seen that word before. Yeah, it looks to me like it's like a combination of like spasmo and something else. Really weird. I don't know how to pull up the log. His voice was so calm and gentle, it felt like it came from an entirely different person. Eh? Natsuki. It has been quite some time since you married into the Yoshida-miya family. Yes. It has been many years since I was first permitted to bear the name Yoshida-miya. Ooh, I'm liking this music. Do you sometimes long for your previous family? No. Why the fuck you lying, Natsuki? Well, maybe not her previous family, but I think she wants like a different life than being in the Yoshida-miyas. Marriage means abandoning your birth family. I am Ushido-miya Natsuki. The Yoshida-miya family is the only family I can come home to, and the only one I'm fond of. Bro, that's fucked up. I hate how so many families are like that when you get married. It's like, oh, you're not part of our family anymore. Like, what? No, you still are. She truly wasn't exaggerating. Such was the resolve she felt whenever she applied the Yoshida-miya family name to herself. And that's precisely why she was so saddened when her husband didn't treat her like an Yoshida-miya, leaving her to race about in vain. Oh yeah, no wonder. If Kraus were a woman, and you his husband... No, I won't say that. No, what do you mean by that, Father? Does he like her more than he does Kraus, but like he can't be honest with it because of how like the family hierarchy system and stuff works? Natsuki was shocked. If Kinzo's words just now were what they seemed, it would have been more than enough to make up for all she'd suffered up to that point. Aww. Forget it. Kinzo can be good sometimes. I'm not the most fond of Kinzo, but he can be kind of base sometimes. It's just the nonsense of an old man. Kinzo once again faced away from her. Oh my god. Excuse me. Oh, thank you for the blessing. Nicolas Cage has some of the stupidest fucking perks I've ever seen in Dead by Daylight. Eh? What's he got? Thank you for the PTB, but yeah. Oh wow. What's he got? Let me see. Dramaturgy. Oh, okay. Scene partner. God, I'm still not over that Nicolas Cage is even in Dead by Daylight. Like, oh my god. He told her to forget it, but Natsuki couldn't help feeling a warmth in her heart. Went 25% faster for 2 seconds and also spin the wheel. Wow, 2 seconds, thank you. So generous. Father, even though I, Natsuki, am not connected to you by blood, I am still your daughter. I will most assuredly see to it that your honor and glory and everything you have left behind are protected. I really do like Natsuki. He's a gamble RNG character, huh? I mean, it's activatable. It needs to not be strong. Okay. I guess that makes sense. He can kill himself? You do not have the right to wear the one-winged eagle. However, the one-winged eagle is surely engraved in your heart. Oh. That is irrefutable proof that you are my blood relative, one who will inherit the glory of the Yoshida-miya family. Some will sneer that there is no eagle on your clothes, but such words are not worth lending an ear to. Why don't you let me wear it on my clothes then? Only those who hold the eagle in their hearts are my true blood. Ah! Oh my god. Okay, that's actually pretty nice. So people that wear it on clothes ain't shit. I now consider it an honor that you are welcomed into the Yoshida-miya family. Ah! Without saying anything more, Kinzo remained with his back to Natsuki. However, Natsuki couldn't help but feel something warm well up inside her that she hadn't felt since long ago, when she had been just a child. Natsuki bowed silently to his back and left the room. Ah, good timing. Oh, have you come to be a bitch again? How is father? You were taking so long, so I came to check. When Natsuki left the study, she saw Ava climbing the stairs and their eyes met. Man, she's got so many golden, like, eagle stuff on her clothes and on her. But yeah, she ain't shit. I'm like seeing like at least like 4 golden eagles on her. She's got... I wonder if she got this tailored because she had... Yeah, compensating. Yeah, sounds like she's compensating. I was thinking that too. Like, she must have gotten this so to be like, yeah, look at me. I'm an Yoshida-miya. I have all of these golden eagles on me. Look at me. Eva was smirking unpleasantly, thinking that Natsuki would leave grudgingly after failing to convince Kinzo. However, the way Natsuki was now, such a frivolous laugh would not disturb her. Yeah, get fucked, Eva. She got the riz, in my opinion. She was not permitted to wear the family crest on her clothing. Well, who cares? She's got the family crest in her heart. But she was permitted to wear it in her heart. So she spoke calmly, clearly, and confidently, with the dignity of one who would protect the Yoshida-miya family's glory. Father said he would not join in on the family conference. He says he has no interest in discussing such obscene matters. I figured you'd say something like that. If you fail to persuade Father, just say so. Please shut up! How pitiful. I'm beginning to see why Father lamented so. What do you mean by that? Natsuki did not answer. Just as Kinzo had done earlier, she showed Ava her back as she headed down the stairs. Ava finally realized that she was being made fun of, that something had happened to quickly bolster Natsuki's confidence. Even so, she apparently didn't have the courage to risk Kinzo's wrath. Unable to even knock on the door, she could only click her tongue, make a motion as though scratching at it, and follow after Natsuki. So, were Nissan and the rest there? Did you ask Father about them? I didn't get the chance to ask, but they were not inside the study. Father would never let them into his room to discuss such a lowly topic, so it is unlikely he knows where they went. Let us go downstairs and wait for the servants to return from their search. Breakfast may be late, but how would you like some tea, Ava-san? That would be fine. Oh, she's probably like, damn, why is Natsuki got so much riz right now? Ava couldn't hide her confusion at the complete difference in Natsuki's attitude. She was acting so boldly, and while Ava hated to admit it, she even had a sense of dignity about her. Unable to find fault with anything, Ava could only follow Natsuki back to the parlor. When the two of them returned to the parlor, Hideyoshi had been joined by the 4 children and Nanjo. Genji, who had been talking with Hideyoshi, reported the current situation when he noticed that Natsuki had returned. Let's fucking go! You still have not found my husband and the rest? Yes, my apologies. Yummy ponko when they fry. Hey, Vern! Also, Kumasawa has started preparing breakfast. She said that she will need just a little longer. The clock read a little past 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock should have been the time to start breakfast. Normally, going over that time limit would be a disgrace to the host. The Kanon is now searching outside. Also, no one has seen Shannon either. Yeah, where the fuck is Shannon? Where's my maid? Even Shannon's missing. Truly, just how many people did my husband bring with him on his little walk? I don't think he's on a walk. I mean, maybe he's walking through Hades at this point, IDK. Just how many people had gone missing by now? Now that the number was this large, it was starting to feel truly unpleasant, as though the people here were the only ones being left out of something interesting. Yeah, dying is sure interesting. I mean, I wanted a grimace shake, so who am I to judge? At least, that seems to reflect the feelings of the children, and Maria in particular. She was indignant, her stomach grumbling, almost as though her mother and the others had left her alone to go off and eat something delicious without her. The other children were flipping through the channels on the television, trying to find a program that might interest Maria and cheer her up again. Nanjo was sitting on the sofa, gazing blissfully at the children while reading a book. It must have been a book about chess. The sound of footsteps came rushing towards them with a pitter-patter. There was only one set, so they realized before seeing who it belonged to that it was probably Kanon, not Kraus and the rest. Madam, excuse me. Judging by your appearance, you still haven't been able to find them. Yeah, they are fucking 6 inches under right now, baby. My apologies. I still haven't... That will be enough. I mean, everyone should be 6 inches under except for Shannon, unless in a different way. With me. But, I mean, she's not, so. You've worked hard. 6 inches under. You know. She didn't know where they were, but they had to be somewhere on this island. I'm gonna just... I'm back. Welcome back, Leonix. How did lobotomy go? It went good. We got through the day. That's all good. And now we're playing Umineko. They hadn't had a thing to eat since the previous night, so their stomachs must be growling about now. They'd probably come plodding back of their own accord before long. By now, Natsuhi was thoroughly exasperated and started to feel that there was no reason for them to go out of their way in search. Oh, give me 1 second. I need to clean my glasses. Okay, there we go. I will go to the kitchen and prepare some tea for all of the guests. Thanks to both of you all for your hard work so early in the morning. Did anyone else disappear? In what? What do you mean? Natsuhi left the parlor, acting as though the release in tension had caused a new surge in her headache. Kanon tried to call to her back, but Natsuhi left swiftly. Oh, Umineko. Well, they confirmed for sure that Shannon is missing, which I'm not happy about. What is it? Was there something else? Yes. I was unable to find her husband or anyone else, but, well... Oh. Kanon sounded evasive. Did he find a body? It looked as though he didn't know where they were, but had spotted something that might be connected to their disappearance. Eva and Hideyoshi noticed the exchange of words and came over. They'd probably picked up on something strange in Kanon's behavior. What's going on, Kanon? Oh man, he looks so good in the original sprint. Oh my god, he looks so friendly. Look at the little wrinkle on his forehead. Oh my god. This is a spongly woingly design right here. I just want to give him a hug. He looks so gentle. Did you find Kraus, Nissan, and everyone else? Ruh-roh. Actually, the Rose Garden storehouse looked strange. What do you mean? It looks strange. It was, how should I explain it? There's a dead body in there, isn't there? Kanon hesitated once more. His tone wasn't at all what you'd expect from this usually fearless boy. Seeing this, Eva and Hideyoshi looked at each other dubiously. What do you mean? Are you saying Nissan and the others were inside the storehouse? No. I'm going to inspect the inside now. I just now came back to get the key, but... I don't really get it, but sounds like we just gotta look around inside it. What's with 07th expansion and fucking warehouses? I swear to God. Like with the Oyashira-sama storehouse and Higurashi and now this, there's gotta be a dead body in there. It is in the servant room. Let us check inside the storehouse at once. Oh boy. Kanon dashed off to the servant room and returned with the key. Storage houses are kinda spooky. Yeah, true. Especially if they're filled with torture devices like in Higurashi. Kenji left the parlor, saying that he should go check. But then Eva and Hideyoshi followed after him. What was this something strange about the storehouse that caused the usually fearless Kanon to hesitate? It was still pouring outside, but perhaps their curiosity over this something that Kanon couldn't talk about won out. While the children made a big fuss watching television, Kanon and the rest dashed over to the entrance. Oh boy. He did mention he didn't see the... I just had a thought come to my head. He mentioned he didn't find Kraus or, like, other family members. So that means he must have found a servant. So it's either Goda or Shannon in there. It better be fucking Goda in there. The Rose Garden storehouse was a place that housed various tools used to manage the garden. In the Dead by Daylight test server, they changed the selection portress and Doctor. Doctor looks like he's up to no good. Oh, is Doctor the guy that does like the shocks? Doctor looks like he just saw a fresh pie on the windowsill. Let me see. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to click that. Oh my god. Yeah. What the fuck is that face? They should take the houses out of there to solve the housing problem. It's just a normal storehouse, I promise. Yeah, he is rubbing his gay little hands together. He's ready for something. Dear Lord. It was definitely not a pretty building. Because of its appearance, it had been built so that it was hidden in a corner of a rose garden. Kanon, Genji, Eva, and Hideyoshi came cutting across the rose garden holding umbrellas. He looks like he's saying, a bicycle. I will steal it, and no one will know. 25% discount? Oh, they entered a small path just off the rose garden, which is normally off limits for those appreciating the garden, and only used by those maintaining it. As I dashed down that, the storehouse came into view in front of them. Oh, I don't like that noise. It was quite an old shed, and compared to the flawlessly perfect beauty of the rose garden, it was pretty seedy looking. It was easy to understand why it had been built in a hard-to-see place. Even Hideyoshi arrived at the storehouse long after Kanon and Genji. You two sure are fast. I thought my heart was gonna explode. I never knew they had a storehouse way over there. But, what is that? It's a dead body. It is totally a dead body. Fuck. When Eva looked where Kanon was pointing, she was at a loss for words. Noticing this, Hideyoshi also followed Kanon's finger and was likewise too shocked to speak. The entrance to the storehouse was a kind of shutter. And there, everyone suddenly realized why Kanon had been unable to find words to describe what they now saw. Wind.sfx is never good. Please don't copyright strike me for the Wind.sfx YouTube. On the shutter, which was completely filthy from being exposed to wind and rain for so long, stuck right on it. There was something that looked like a strange dark red liquid. Mucus? Nah, that ain't mucus, bro. Or maybe it was some sticky paint. Oh no, Satanism. An indescribably eerie shape was drawn on the shutter, or some kind of ghastly substance. Oh, thank God it's just Satanism. Yeah, if it's just Satanism and there's no dead body, then it's fine. Is this from Battler's point of view? No. Battler's not with the crew right now. It is Kanon, Eva, I forgot what Ava's husband's name was. I think Natsuhi? I don't actually know if Natsuhi went with. The rain had caused it to drip down like fresh blood leaking from an open wound. Yeah, I'm not sure who is narrating right now. No more beating around the bush. Why is Balor such a dumb fuck? Well, whoever it is that is narrating this, yeah. Who looks at red liquid and their first thought is mucus? Where fucking mucus is red? It's just jelly. It's just jelly. Yeah, someone just spilled some strawberry jam against the wall. It's fine. Some kind of mark was drawn there. The ghastly substance that looked like blood. In a shape that seemed to suggest something ominous. I think it's a collective thought of the adults. Oh, okay. So they're all dumb. 2 circles were drawn there, and inside them was a design that looked like a cross. The 4 ends of the cross were widely exaggerated. It looked like some kind of crest from somewhere around Europe. Yeah, I was looking at it and it was like reminding me of like Germany or something. And the cracks between these shapes, written closely packed together, were some unfamiliar characters or possibly symbols. What a vulgar bit of graffiti. Could this be one of those? What are those? One of those magic circles used in demonic ceremonies? It wasn't surprising that Hideyoshi would say that about such a ghastly shape, drawn with a deep red dripping substance. When was this made? There was nothing drawn here when I came by yesterday before it started raining. Damn, who's doing this out in the rain? Jesus Christ. This would work better if they don't show you an image of what it is outright. You must do something before anyone else sees this. Bro, it's a magic circle made out of blood. What do you mean, graffiti? You're trapped on an island. Nobody else is here but people you know. Yeah, they're just on copium. They're just on copium. It's fine. Just like how they were on copium about the 19th student lying hidden somewhere in this mansion. If they laid eyes upon it, it would cause them great discomfort. That's right. What if it's like a protective seal, though? What if you undo the seal and you die? Even though it's just a shed, I wouldn't want to leave such an unpleasant piece of graffiti alone for even a second longer than I had to. There was some paint inside the storehouse. Magic circle made by a magician. Funny prank. Let us paint over it temporarily as an emergency measure. Then repaint it again someday when the weather is good. Genji remembered that he had just recently seen another scribble. A scribble? A little squimbly dimbly? A scribble. And that it too had been made with a strange dark red substance of the same color as this. That must have been... Come on. Let's remove this scribble quickly and go back, okay? Even though it's just a storehouse, it's really irritating to have graffiti around the home I was brought up in. Yes, ma'am. I will take care of it immediately. Kanon squatted in front of the shutter and unlocked it. He then lifted it up with all of his strength. A boisterous noise resounded, and the eerie shape drawn on the shutter began to get stuck in through the top of the shutter was raised. At least for the time being, that ominous drawing disappeared from the direct gaze, and they all breathed a sigh of relief. Really? Thanks to a kids program they came across, Maria was feeling much better. What do you mean immediately? Bro, it's raining. Wait till 10. Well, they want to cover it up so that no one gets creeped out by it. Battler and Jessica were poking fun at the kids show at every turn, cackling together. Yo, we watching Wub Wub Wubsy? George was enjoying the program with Maria from her perspective. Manjo sat on the sofa by himself, passing the time by weird cry. I think this is my first time I've seen this original sprite. Dear Lord, look at that fucking stash. Damn. They heard hurried footsteps coming from the hallway. Maria, baby. They were the footsteps of a single person. Does that mean it wasn't the group of 4 that had just left? Oh, Beatriz! Hi there, Iko Dragona. Welcome. I think someone's dead. It was Genji. It was very rare for Genji, who considered being out of breath a violation of a servant's virtues, to be gasping for air. Alright, I'm back. Got a word call right as I joined the stream, and oh my god, the Marshmallow Man. Oh, welcome back, Barn! Sorry to hear about that, but glad to see you here now. He'll probably come dashing back from outside the mansion. Doug Dimadone. Owner of the Dimsdale Dimadone. His shoulders were soaking wet, and he didn't have his usual trim appearance. Yeah, what the fuck was in there? When Genji noticed Nanjo looking at him, he gave a small, silent bow and quickly approached him. Dr. Nanjo, my apologies. Yeah. No wonder. He's come to the doctor. Someone is fucking bleeding. Please, come with me quickly. What is the matter? Dog. Doga the dog. As Genji whispered something into Nanjo's ear, Nanjo went pale. He rose from the sofa, trying not to be noticed by the children who were still engrossed by the TV. That's right! Dog. Dog of the dog. And the 2 of them rapidly left the parlor, muffling their footsteps. Just as they were about to exit the parlor, they came across Natsuki, who was perched in a serving cart loaded with a tea set. Hey yo, let's go, queen! Oh, you know, shovels, rakes, a wheelbarrow, fertilizer. Yeah, we gotta have Nanjo investigate all of those things. It's what his job calls for. He's not a doctor. He's a gardener, obviously. Genji whispered something into Natsuki's ear, and Natsuki went pale too in apparent shock. Then, leaving the serving cart where it was, the 3 of them dashed towards the entrance. George noticed them running down the rose garden through the window. The true recipe for fun for children of all ages. The bun is sponsored, yes! I'm so proud, thank you! Yeah, it's the language learning app that I told you about before, Bar. What's that? Isn't that Genji-san and Dr. Nanjo? And that's Aunt Natsuki, isn't it? What's up, Aniki? Maybe something happened. They looked terribly flustered. Oh neat, I always wanted to learn English. Eh? Pourquoi? When Jessica and Maria saw that Ava, Hideyoshi, and Nanjo were no longer in their seats and that the serving cart had been abandoned in the entrance to the parlor, they also realized that something was the matter. Damn, even Maria noticed? Could there have been some kind of accident? Let's go check it out. Let's not. It's no fun if we're the only ones left out, right? For some reason, what Butler said sounded extremely indiscreet. But they couldn't deny they were a little insecure and concerned after seeing the adults run off into the rain, without regards to their appearance. Let's check it out, okay? I'm worried something might have happened. Yeah, let's all go look at the scene of an incident. Great idea. Jessica's uneasy words spoke for all of them. Hey Maria, are you coming too? Or will you watch TV? Wanna watch TV? Okay, yeah, do not take the child with. At the same time, I'm a bit nervous leaving Maria in the house all by herself. Well, maybe Natsuhi won't go. Maybe she'll stay with Maria. Let's go on without her. Maria-chan, we'll be back soon. You keep watching TV, okay? Yeah, do not have a child look at a dead body, please. By the time the kids made it outside, the adults were no longer in sight. But Jessica seemed to have a pretty good idea where they'd gone, judging by the direction they'd been running. But where's Dylan? I need to increase the volume for that one. Following Jessica, we ran through the rain-soaked rose garden. The wind seemed to suddenly get stronger. The malicious sound of thunder began to rumble like it had the previous night. It felt like an eerie something had surrounded the island. It was trying to stop us from moving forward. Jessica, is there something over this way? I'm pretty sure there's a shed for gardening tools or something. What in the world could be going on in a place like that? Dead bodies! This is Jessica had said. They began to see a storehouse in front of them. They could also see the adults there. The shutter to the storehouse was open, and several adults looked as though they were searching for something. For some reason, only Natsuhi was outside the storehouse. Without even holding an umbrella, it looked like she was hanging her head and her back was facing them. After spending yesterday with my niece, Maria honestly reminds me of her a little. Oh, really? Does she have like little tick words that she does? Like Maria's There's Genji, Nanjo, and Natsu, who had just left the mansion. The ones who had left earlier, Kanon, Eva, and Hideyoshi, were also there, making for a small crowd of people. But there's absolutely no bustle of activity. Oh, not like that. She's just a brat. Hey, Maria's not a brat! She's a pure girl and is my daughter. When Natsuhi realized that the children were approaching, a terrible expression rose to her face, and she ran at them with her arms spread wide. Oh. Oi! You mustn't come any closer! Go back to the mansion! But she takes after me and does the fun naming game I do constantly with it, and everyone. So are you admitting you're a brat then? Fine. Despite that, no. Because of that, the kids saw the scene Natsuhi was trying to keep them away from. Maria slander is not allowed on this Christian stream. Yeah. If you're mean to Maria, I'll slap the shit out of you. Inside the storehouse, with its shutter wide open, a faint fluorescent light shone down. And right there was... Damn, woo to ooh. Jessica's piercing shriek rang out. Why does this sound like the PS1 activation music? Okay, never mind, it changed. Ooh. It's kinda a beat. I've never been prouder to be a bad influence on someone. Always have been. But I say brat affectionately, like how I call you a brat bun. That was just because Jessica's scream was the loudest. The same thing spilled out of Battler and George's mouths as well. Eva spread her arms just like Natsuhi, roaring at the kids with a bone-chilling expression on her face. George, take everyone and return to the mansion. Now, this is a bopping of a Half-Life 1. And this song is so good. Oh my god. Quickly. Right now. Ooh, hey yo. Oh my god. It keeps getting better. Ah, damn. I'm dancing in my seat. Oh my god. That wasn't why Ava was spreading her arms right now. Ooh, ooh. Oh my god. With the organs? She was trying to stop us kids from seeing that terrible scene. It was her mother's heart, trying to protect the eyes and hearts of us children. Oh my god! You can't keep doing this to me, Umineko! Oh my god! This fucking song! Oh my god. Oh my god! It keeps getting better! Holy crap! Oh my god. This is a fucking bop! It was her mother's heart, trying to protect the eyes and hearts of us children by blocking our views of that terrible scene by at least the width of one of her arms. God damn! Damn, I love a good murder rave party. Is this some kind of joke? Is it? I've seen this kind of cheap scene all too often. In manga, TV, anime, and movies, I'd seen it over and over again. This was just seeing something appear in real life that I'd seen plenty of times before in some of those more sensational movies, right? I love Corpse Party. That alone shouldn't... but that suit... It's that old bastard's, isn't it? Suit? Is this Kraus? Or is this Rudolph? Oh, he said old bastard, and this is Battler, so it's Rudolph. Holy shit, Rudolph's dead. You can't light up the night sky anymore. Holy shit. It's fucking Sweetheart here. Yeah, this reminds me of Sweetheart's theme. God damn. Yeah, World End Valentine vibes. Get it. And that's Uncle... Oh my god, there's more corpses? That's Uncle Cross. And Kirie-san. And Aunt Rosa. Yeah, oh my god, everyone's dead in there. Holy shit. Dad! Dad! The music's probably like half the reason people swear to God and back the BN is the best version of Umineko. Also, yeah, murder rave party. Holy crap, I thought there was gonna be one dead person. There's like 4 or 5 dead people? You mustn't, Jessica. You mustn't go in. You mustn't look. Dad! Dad! You sound kind of happy about him being dead. I mean, he got what was coming to him. Rigor mortis has set in across almost the entire body. Holy crap. Holy shit. Most likely, 6 hours or more have passed since that, so they died like last night? Like around midnight or so? Rosa is dead, let's go! As far as I can tell by looking at the damaged area, there's a high probability that they were damaged after their deaths. No, I must watch what I say. Sorry, everyone is dead party! I'm a general practitioner. Examining corpses is outside my area of expertise. So, what's going on here? It was so fucking calm until now. Yeah, shit hit the floor. The bodies really did hit the floor. God damn. Just killing them wasn't enough, so they went on to do something like this? I'm a hypocrite and I don't care. It's fine. I'm glad Rosa's dead. She got what was coming to her. The devil. This here's the work of the devil. Yo, people died? Umineko is finally getting good. Let's go. For legal reasons, I'm not slandering the first part of this game. Beatrice did not smile kindly upon the fools. Aunt Natsu caught Jessica in her arms, and Aunt Ava caught George Aniki. So, I was the only one who could approach the entrance to the storehouse. Jesus. So George got both of his parents still alive. Jessica just lost her dad. And now Battler just has no fucking parents. Jesus. Well, this is awkward. Is George dead? If so, I blame Elio. I don't think George is dead, no. But welcome back, Fly. Welcome to the corpse party! Well, if only there had been someone there to catch me, too. I wouldn't have needed to have this horrible, evil scene burned into my eyes. No, that's not it. Beto plays hardball, let's go! Need the name of this fucking song. Yeah, it's so good! It isn't that there's no one here to catch me. The people who should catch me. They're right there, aren't they? Yeah, his parents. Umineko OST number 27, Dance with the Witch. Source, trust me, bro. Thanks. Oh, fuck you. I don't think Bart knows the OST for this game. Just as Jessica said, it did look like a storehouse for gardening tools. Congrats! You're an orphan now, Battler! Party! Wooden Slaughter, there we go. Oh, that's the name of the song? A lawnmower with extra blades. A grass sickle and a hammer. Nasa undibo. Nago untama. Some carpentry tools, such as a saw. I was close. Fun fact! Golden Vengeance is a direct Umineko rep. Oh, really? Piled up potted plants and bags of fertilizer. And treated just the same. The corpses of several people had been laid to rest there. No, had been tossed in there. I could tell them by their clothes. That old bastard and Kirie-san. Uncle Kraus and Aunt Rosa. And that, Goda-san and— oh shit! Goda's dead! Let's fucking go! I think it'd be weirder if I did know the names of the OST of this game off the top of my head, considering I know nothing about it. Yo, the disrespect of the bodies. I'm on board with Beatrice. Let's fucking go, girl boss. There's still more of them? How many people died? Goda is dead. Crab rave, crab rave. You're fucking kidding me. That's more than I can count on one hand, damn it! Damn, they really went all out with the deaths just immediately. Very pog. I didn't know whether it'd been one of these gardening tools, which, if used for something other than their intended purpose, could definitely be wielded with a naked brutality. Or whether some horrible tool had been brought in here specifically for this. Anyway, each one of the bodies jammed in here had been given an atrocious makeup. It wasn't makeup. It was more like their faces had been plowed. God! Damn! Their faces were smashed, forced into expressions that normal people couldn't make even after death. Look at my wife go. Jesus, Beatrice! Whoa, Beatrice! I couldn't tell where the eyes or the noses were, but I could find their mouths. Because they were gaping wide, their gums exposed. Oh! But their front teeth were missing. And even the cheeks that should have covered all of this were torn up and laid bare. Yo! Did the Tooth Fairy kill them? Much happy. That trendy makeup you always spent so much time on, even though you're a man, isn't doing a thing now. Love her. They really confirmed that Battler can't count. So sad. Jesus Christ, I'm getting on board with this game now. It's metal as fuck. Yeah, Jesus Christ. What an intro. I've never seen a streamer sponsored by Babbel. Amazing. Yeah, I've been trying to get a sponsor with Babbel for a couple months now, and I finally got it last night. Because they always seem to run out of spots so fast. Dude! You love to see it. I always thought you were going to hell. But still, not like this, right? You weren't such a son of a bitch that you should have to suffer so brutally. And Kirie-san, Didn't I tell you to stop going out with this guy? There's absolutely no reason for you to end up like this too. They got no faces. No faces. More of a Duolingo though. I've tried Duolingo and I don't know. I haven't tried Babbel yet. I'll be trying it out once we're done with Umineko, but I tried Duolingo a few times and I could never get fully into it. Mostly because of how annoying the bird is. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! Ugh! Bebel simply evaded Elio like I evade taxes. This chat message was sponsored by I Don't Commit Tax Fraud. Matler-san, you mustn't look anymore. There's no way your mother and father would want you to see them like this. For their sakes, you mustn't look anymore. Dead people are supposed to have faces that look like they're sleeping peacefully, right? They've got no faces! My dad and Kirie-san have no faces! They have no faces. I can't believe they're referencing Avatar The Last Airbender in this game. I don't even know what kind of faces they were wearing when they died. What's wrong with me? Damn. Can't believe their faces are obvious. Someone just peeled them off. Will I have to see these smashed monster-like faces every time I remember them? Ko, the Face Stealer, a certified hood classic. That's just great. I didn't want to remember that old bastard smug face anyway. I just need to draw them back on. Nobody will tell. Yeah, just be like Jigglypuff. Just great. Just great. Oh, hi there, Monkey! I chose a great time to start watching. Yeah, the bodies have certifiably hit the flow. Oh, I even Kirie-san's face. L plus ratio plus no face plus your mom's a hoe. Oh wait, your mom's dead. Kirie-san wasn't a crook. Sure, take me off a bit now and then. She was like a cool big sister to me. This is wrong. This is all wrong. At least Uncle Cross has it better, doesn't he? It's not his whole face, just the side. I wonder if Cross was the first one that died or the last. At least he's got half his face left, right? That's still better. That's still better. Oh my god, he is having a full-on mental breakdown. He really is like Keiichi. I remember one of my favorite parts of Higurashi where whenever Keiichi would flip out of her death and just stand there screaming over things like, she'll never do this, she'll never do that. And everyone's just here trying to cope. Jessica filled her ears with the sound of her own screaming, trying to shut out my reckless words. Stop it, Valor-kun! Just stop it! Just stop it! Aniki! Aniki! Disregarding age and appearance, I fell to my knees, clinging to Aniki's waist and sobbing. It was as if I was crying on behalf of everyone there. Representing the feelings of everyone there, I screamed over and over, oh, what is this? Suffering Bill's character. Put that on screen. Well, at least he's not being a creep right now. While he's having a breakdown. Let me show this. Suffering Bill's character. Suffering Bill's character. Move this shit up. That character gonna be built like a fortress. Yeah. Fucking 11 people are dead. Fucking 11 people, I think. I can't even count. I can't even count how many people are dead. I'm just like Battler. God. I thought there was gonna be like one dead body, and then they gradually start dying. But they're all dead. Very good meme barn. Very cool. Thanks, Barn. Know that I will be using that template. Damn, the 999 crowd would have made it through the night. Would have made it through the night, man. Father. One's lying over there. Our Uncle Cross, Uncle Rudolph, Aunt Kirie, and Aunt Rosa, and Goda-san. Just those 5, right? Nah, there's gotta be one. She's gotta be in the pile. No. Is the game about to end? No. This is only the beginning. There are 6 people. There's one more person over there. Okay, so there's 6 people dead. I expect and respect it. I wouldn't have, yeah. Sprinkled blood. The body Hideyoshi was looking down on now happened to be hidden among the shadows in that mountain range of objects. Ugh. We're just getting started. I mean, I think. Yeah, only on chapter 1, so we still got a ways to go. I haven't played this, but I assume since people are dying, yeah. In a blind spot to George, who stood by the entrance. So, George couldn't tell whose body it was. It's fucking Shannon, isn't it? It's fucking Shannon. So, George cursed himself. He cursed the fact that his worst guesses always turned out to be right. So, the one lying at your feet is Shannon, isn't it? Please, no! No! Yes. Thank you for the head pats. I'm really gonna need it right now. Not my maid wife! It's Sharon-chan. Me? George fell completely silent. It's so over, bros. He shook slightly, his lower lip trembling. No! Not Shannon! Everyone else I was okay with. Not Shannon! Normally he would have wanted to run to his beloved's body, screaming and crying. Oof. However, before rashly running forward, it's so Jover. He worked to keep his composure and asked his father. Suffering builds character, hell yeah, I'll drink to that, Vito probably. It's Shannon. The same as... I was gonna say earlier, I was like, damn, fucked up that Battler lost both of his parents, Jessica lost her dad, and George hasn't lost anyone. I stand corrected. Uncle Cross and the others. Hideyoshi deeply understood the meaning of those words. Beatrice, you have gone too far this time. I'll be looking at you disappointingly while you step on me. I'll tell you what, the maids are innocent. Yeah, don't you kill the maids? Don't you fucking kill the maids? So, he couldn't give George an immediate answer. Or rather, he felt that silence was the only sincere and loving response he could give George right now. When George asked if Shannon was the same, he meant to ask whether her corpse was in the same condition as the others or not. Since Hideyoshi hadn't denied it, it meant her corpse was in the same brutal state. Can I look at Shannon? I don't know if you want to look at her, buddy. No. You can't. Why not? After all, I won't be able to see Shannon's face again right now. Don't look at her face. It's all fucked up. Keep your memory of Shannon pure. So, why won't you let me see what her face looked like at the end? It's not good. It's Shanover. The last time you met Shannon-chan was yesterday, right? Your imagination will be shifting, but once you look at her face, that's all you'll ever be able to see of her anymore. Yeah, so it's best not to look at it, bro. Yes. Like, that will be the face that comes to you when you remember her. You don't want that. I see. When you left her, what kind of face was she showing you? Can't believe she shut off. It was a wonderful smile. After he handed her the ring, she hesitated, even though she must have already made up her mind. Don't fuck up like Battler. Battler got the full brunt of all of it. Yeah. Ugh. Then she looked bashful and ran away because she was embarrassed to let him see her face looking like that. That's the expression that was revived in George's mind. I see. Then I'm sure Shannon-chan would want to leave you with that smile in your memory. Oh my god, I feel like crying. I can feel it welling up in my eyes. Hideyoshi looked down upon Shannon's body lying at her feet. They take Shannon from us, not fucking horny-ass Battler. 0 out of 10, remake the game. Game where Shannon's the protag, please. Just like the other bodies, it was in such a horrible state that'd make anyone want to cover their eyes. Her head had been smashed in from the side, and no more than half of her expression remained. Battler can rise above, I believe in him. Suffering builds character, they always say. If the remaining blood-soaked half of her expression had been wiped clean, would that graceful smile of hers had peeked out? Battler's the protag, we're stuck with him. It's Jover! But only half of it. Without thinking, Hideyoshi slapped his hands over his eyes. How brutal. Battler deserves raising nowhere. Not even when he can't even step up to child abuse, the slapping scene. Yeah. I'm still angry about that. Why the fuck did they leave? Well, Rose is dead now, so I guess karma's a bitch, but Shannon didn't deserve that karma. Unfair. If her face was gonna be crushed anyway, then if only all of it had been crushed. He might have been able to temporarily distract George from his pain by making the pathetic suggestion that it was someone else wearing Shannon's clothes. I feel as though he's been punished for that right here, honestly. Yeah, he lost both of his parents. He's an orphan now. A half of his space had been left untouched, and there'd be nothing to rise above if he made the right choice to begin with, right? I like the character development Barnes going through with the Umineko streams. I remember at the start, you just absolutely abhorred Battler, but now you're actually defending him. It caused the body so much humiliation, while still proving beyond doubt that the body was Shannon's and no one else's. How inhuman. How brutish. Nah, get wrecked. And there, trying his best to burn the image of the remaining half of Shannon's expression into his eyes, as she lay at Hideyoshi's feet. Oh yeah, They were like siblings. Jesus Christ, Kanon. Was Kanon. Kanon was not crying. Tears had risen to his eyes, but they did not drip down. God, Kanon's so brave! That didn't mean he wasn't feeling as much sadness as everyone else. God, I really like Kanon. He's such a cool guy. Like, he's going through so much, but he's staying strong. Listening Shannon, who had lived with him in the same orphanage, whom he had loved as a sister. Kanon. Must have been just the same as losing a blood relative. My character arc begins with forgiving those who wronged me, and continues with helping those I hurt. George. Soon I will be shooting lasers from my eyes. It's only a matter of time. I'm sure Shannon-chan is saying thank you. She must be glad you didn't end up seeing her in such a pitiful state. I'm sure she's thanking you for holding strong and showing restraint. I understand. I understand, Father. I understand. George leaned against the outside wall of the storehouse, crouching down limply. Father, I have a request. What is it? George is Aniki for a reason, after all. God. George is kinda metal. I want you to look for me. Is there a ring on Shannon's finger? Oh. Don't do this to me. A ring? Let me see. Hideyoshi crouched down. As he did, Kanon silently pointed to one of Shannon's hands. Yeah, there is. It's a diamond ring. With a valuable diamond. It must have been pretty expensive. And which hand and which finger is it on? The ring finger on her left hand. I see. So, Shannon-chan was engaged. George, don't tell me you... Ava, that doesn't matter now. A man made a lifelong promise to Shannon-chan. A man promised her happiness for life. And then she died. Who that man was isn't the issue here. God, I really do like George's dad. He's probably my favorite of the parents so far. Other than, like, I am, like, warming up to Natsuhi as well. But those are my two favorite parents right now. Being told by that man is a woman's dream, isn't it? A valuable diamond, as opposed to the cost-effective dollar store variety diamonds in circulation. Ava, I swear to fucking God, yeah. Ava's like, you married a lowly maid? Like, shut the fuck up, Ava. I don't know when she received this ring. I also don't know who gave it to her. However, even so, Shannon-chan took this ring. Yeah, same. Yeah, he's so good. He's such a good parent. No wonder George turned out that way he did. Was such a cool dad like this. Then, she accepted it and put it on her left ring finger. I'm sure the man who gave it to her was also happy. To most of the people here, Hideyoshi was simply disturbed by this extraordinary situation. He was blurting out nonsense. Ava was always a bit of a fucking bitch. The only thing she has above Rosa was that she didn't hit a child. That we know of, yeah. She's also kinda, you know... I could see why people are down bad for Ava. However, someone who knew of George and Shannon's true relationship Especially considering this household's standards for parents, yeah. Shannon's true relationship would understand the full meaning of those words. You wanted to marry a maid. Bitch, he is trying to stay strong and not look at the decimated corpse of his fiancée. Class differences are the last of our problems right now, right? Let the man fucking grieve. Jesus Christ. It's such a good thing Maria didn't come to this. I'm so glad we didn't bring Maria with us. You see. Thank you, Father. George stood up. Also, Rosa is fucking dead! Rape party! But God, who's gonna... As much as I dislike Rosa, who is gonna break the news to Maria that her mom's dead? Like, she doesn't have a dad either. So, we got two freshly made orphans. Battler and Maria. The traces of tears still streaked his face, but his expression had returned to its usual calm one. Let the man fucking breathe. Is it too soon to make a joke? What? Let's go. Probably Jessica? Yeah. Battler-kun, Jessica-chan. If we stay here any longer, we'll get in the way of the adults. You're right. Jessica sniffled once, showing her face to her mother, who had been holding her the whole time, to let her know she was okay now. When she faced George again, she once again had on her usual expression, although she still couldn't smile. Battler, hang in there. Battler kept on crouching in front of his parents' bodies. I'm sorry. Crying like hell calmed me down. Bastard, Dad. Bet you're laughing at me. After all that shit I talked about you, here I am crying like a baby just 'cause you died. Well, so what? Guess I just got the gene that makes you cry when your parents kick the bucket. Battler's face was still bright red from the tears. But he had at least recovered enough to fake a smile, if only a bitter one. Kanon, you mustn't remain here any longer either. Take the children and return to the mansion. Natsu had been standing under the rain this whole time, unable to take a step into that storehouse. Battler, when he cries, it's just my jeans! I'm wearing denim today. It's making me cry. Maybe she had her own way of grieving, different from Battler's. Realizing that she had to take on a role of responsibility now that her husband was dead, she gave Kanon those orders. Yes. Madam. George, when he cries, did she have a ring on her finger? George is a real one, I tell you. I wanted George to die, but George is cool. I just wanted George to die because I like Shannon. But George is cool. I do like George. I was just jealous of him. Kanon rose silently and turned to face me. His face was pure white, almost as though his own heart had died along with Shannon. And there was no life in his expression. On an ordinary day, if he had been told to guide the children through the beautiful rose garden, Kanon might have led the way. But now, there was no distinction between Kanon and the children. They were now just kids of about the same age, suffering the pain of losing those close to them. After making sure that the children were leaving, Natsuki started giving orders to Genji. Genji, contact the police immediately. But our phones are down! They probably won't be able to come until the typhoon passes, but they should be able to tell us what to do next. Understood. Yeah, with what phone though? There's an emergency radio, so I'll use that to contact them. Okay. Okay. When she heard that, Natsuhi remembered. That's right. The phones were out today, weren't they? However, they also had a radio, since they couldn't necessarily rely on phones all the time while living on an isolated island. At any rate, they should start by contacting the police and receiving their instructions. Everything else could wait. Dr. Nanjo. Can't wait for when Beatrice shows up and is all, man, that was fucked up, wasn't it? Anyway, sup nerds and nerdettes? I am very excited to see Beatrice. Is there anything more you can do here? Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. Understood. Genji, could you at least cover their faces with something? I am also excited to see my wife. Exposing them like this is humiliating to them as well. Yes, ma'am. Genji picked up several dried up towels from inside the storehouse. When Ava stopped him with a shrill voice. Wait a second! Stop. This is the scene of the crime, isn't it? Then we mustn't disturb it. We all panicked and walked in here with our shoes on, but even that will surely get in the way of the police's investigation, right? I mean, she does have a point. If the police even get here to investigate. Natsuhi glared at Ava, offended. Listen, she's got a point. Ava's kinda spitting facts right now, Natsuhi. I know you don't like it, but yeah, she is right. Objectively speaking, Ava was right. Even so, she glared at Ava, as though accusing her of refusing to do those tragic corpses, which had been humiliated even after death. The simple kindness of covering their faces. However, Ava had spoken both calmly and correctly. This horrible situation definitely wasn't an accident. It was a crime. Someone had killed them. It was a murder case. A serial murder case, fucking 6 people dead. So they needed to be careful to avoid disturbing the site any further. They had to do what little they could to aid the police, preserving clues that might help catch the detestable culprit. I agree with Ava-san. Until the police come, we should leave everything be. What do you say, madam? Flashback to last night when there was a freak lawnmower accident, proving that it was in fact an accident. What? You're right. Very well. Yeah, the lawnmower just killed them all. I spoiled myself the design of Beatrice when I was looking at the fighting game, but let me tell you, I did not expect her to look like that. Well, we already know what Beatrice looks like. We've seen her portrait. Close it up. Barn, you good man. And, just in case, we should put a different lock on it. A different lock? Yes. When we came here, the shutter was locked. She's very good looking, right? She's my wife. That means the culprit used the key to the shutter to lock it. That makes sense. So, does that mean the key that opens this shutter will have the culprit's fingerprints on it? I'm sure it'll be worth submitting it to the police as evidence. But Kanon-kun usually has it. He used it to unlock the shed just now. It'll probably have Kanon's fingerprints on it. Also, that key was handed to Genji-san just now, and he took it with his bare hands. It doesn't look like it'll be very useful as evidence. That was careless of me. My apologies. Genji-san, are there any other keys to the storehouse? No. Only this one. So, the culprit walked out of the servant room with that key. And then was nice enough to return the key to where they found it? Hideyoshi's theory sounded plausible, but was actually very strange if you thought about it. What is that on Rose's right hand? A cup? It looks like it's from McDonald's. Oh no, she drank the Grimace shake. Why would they go to all the trouble of returning a key they stole? No. If you think about it even more deeply, there are some points that are even more bizarre. When a criminal hides a body, they're usually trying to delay the point at which it'll be found, so they can use that time to escape. The 6 weren't necessarily killed here, but it was reasonable to assume that they were killed somewhere on this island, carried to the storehouse, and hidden to delay the discovery of the crime. And yet, the eerie magic circle scribbled on the storehouse shutter had eloquently indicated the location of the hidden corpses. Sure, it didn't explicitly mention the corpses, but 6 people had gone missing. In that situation, someone had made such an obvious piece of graffiti and even returned the key to the shutter. Almost as though they wanted the corpses here to be discovered. Whoa, Beatrice! Anyway, we can't put all our faith in a lock that the culprit has opened once before. If we want to protect this place from the culprit's hand, I think we should put a new lock on it. I think that is a good plan. I agree. Genji fished around inside the storehouse and unsealed a brand new padlock that had been inside a small box. What should I do with the key? I will take it. I will take responsibility and hand it over to the police. Natsuyu took the key to the padlock from Genji's hand. It was Bito pointing everyone to the murder party. Duh! She's a very gracious host, giving the guests directions like that. Yeah, thank you. If it weren't for her, I'd have to use Google Maps, and I'm bad at that shit. It's very considerate that way, yeah. After that, they all exited and lowered the shutter. And so, the corpses were once again sealed behind that shutter, which was still covered with that creepy magic circle. Genji crouched down in front of the shutter to fasten the new padlock. Shutters often have a place in front where you can attach your own lock. In addition to the main lock of the shutter. So I had an idea. GeoGuessr Stream 1? Is that free? This is one of those types. In the midst of the roar of thunder and the pouring rain, the storehouse stood there ominously. With its closed shutters still covered in a blood-like creepy substance, it swallowed up the bodies of the 6. George Guesser. Yo, what's George guessing today? Whether his fiancée has a ring on her finger? To Natsuhi, putting the new lock on wasn't mainly to preserve the scene of the police, yeah? GeoGuessr is so hard I can't get points. I'm gonna do so bad on GeoGuessr. She might have felt like she wanted to shut that mouth for all eternity. To prevent that eerie beast from swallowing up any more victims. Come on, let's go everyone. Yeah, and it's gonna be fun. Guys! Gonna make people in like different countries get angry at me for not knowing where their country is at. Dr. Nanjo, thank you very much for your work. Genji, hurry and contact the police. I will do so as soon as I return. The adults left the storehouse. The ghastly magic circle drawn on the shutter kept the 6 bodies in its throat, looming eerily as the lightning occasionally lit it up. You're gonna be in Quebec and look all over France. It's gonna be so funny. Okay, so it's 9 a.m. now. Oh, do I need to click? Yep. Oh, baby. What a fucking night. All that could be heard was the sound of the rain, the voices from the kids' TV program Maria was watching, and the engrossed Maria's cackling voice. In other words, what greeted them as they returned dumbfounded from that horrible, bizarre scene was the voice of Maria as she rolled around laughing at the TV. Oh my god, all of these guys just got murdered! Wouldn't that be funny? Those who returned to the room didn't know how to explain to Maria that her mother was dead, and were trapped by a suffocating silence. Oh. At first, Maria returned their stares with a dubious look. But when she realized they weren't trying to blame her for anything, she ignored them and again immersed herself in the TV program. The baby. The children wordlessly sat down heavily on the sofa. Their minds were probably blank from their state of shock. Everyone had already cried and mourned so much. Now they just vaguely sat there, their faces seeming to have lost all emotion. Only Kanon had returned to his usual calm expression. However, that probably didn't mean he'd been able to wipe out the shock. Could also restrict GeoGuessr to like states if that's simpler for you. It is not simpler for me. I only know the locations of Texas, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Massachusetts. Those are the only states I know the location of on the map. Nothing was reflected in his eyes as he stared into empty space. It's probably better that everyone is together for this news instead of just a single person alone. The support network is strong. Hideyoshi kept on fidgeting, and every time he remembered that horrible scene, he started muttering about how he couldn't believe it, how it couldn't have been something from this world, how it must have been the work of demons. It's totally fair, I can't recognize anything. You can also do landmarks. Oh, that's even worse! Every now and then, his mutterings produced a question directed at Nanjo. But the latter kept repeating in a calm, doctor-like manner that nothing could be understood by only glancing at the scene. And that until the police arrived, they wouldn't learn anything. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Maggie! However, Nanjo only appeared calm next to Hideyoshi, who simply couldn't suppress his agitation and fear. Sadly, Elliot wouldn't be able to stream it because you can only play 5 minutes every 15 minutes without What? Oh, it's one of those games. I don't want to pay a subscription fee to use GeoGuessr. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. Yeah, no GeoGuessr. No GeoGuessr stream. In fact, Nanjo had also received a huge shock, and his face was deathly pale. Maybe that atmosphere was why she tried to rise to the challenge and take charge. Oh, ew, yeah. Fucked up. Natsu appeared to be unchanging from her normal attitude. What? There's a subscription fee? Since when? Yeah, they made it awful a few months ago, I think. Oh my god. They saw people were having fun streaming GeoGuessr and decided to end the fun. God, I hate corporations. And she briskly gave directions. I will go see father. Genji, quickly contact the police. GeoGuessr, derogatory. Certainly. I wonder if you would allow me to tag along, Natsuhine-san. Since Cross Nissan is now gone, the task of aiding father has been left to me. Oh my god, shut the fuck up, Ava. People stop ruining their great products due to greed challenge. Impossible. It is a tale as old as time, for real, for real. I swear, God. It would be improper of me to relax here while relying entirely on you. Natsuki was struck speechless by Ava's aggressive move in a situation like this. She seemed to be claiming that, with Cross dead, the one to take responsibility shouldn't be his wife, but herself, the next highly ranked of the family. Bitch, can you, like, stop for a second? And, like, stop being a bitch? Like, they're fucking dead. Come on. Eva, shut your 2007 Sprite ass up. Now isn't the time. You needed the Sprite glow up, I'm just saying, girl. Yeah, let's take a look at how she's looking in the new images. Maybe she hadn't been at all happy when Natsuki took command without reference to her, in such an extreme situation. However, even Ava's mind had been blank from shock until a moment ago. Bulko looking ass. She only came to her senses after Natsuki started giving orders. Wait, does she have a bowl cut in the new images? Kinda, still, yeah. Her bangs are a bit lower in the new images. Just do as you like. Natsuki started walking without saying a word more. Eva followed behind her. As they did, Kumasawa ran into the parlor. Oh, Kumasawa! She usually wasn't the kind of person to run around, so under normal conditions, most people would have taken her entrance as a sign that something was the matter. But because everyone was still stricken with shock, they hardly even noticed her. Madam. If you're looking for Natsuki Nason, she went to see father. She'll probably be back soon. What happened, Kumasawa-san? You see, in the dining hall there was blood. Blood! The ears of everyone in the parlor twitched. Everyone thought the same thing. I hope I misheard that. Any container can only hold so much. And no one here would be capable of handling yet another tragedy. So they all thought it. I hope I misheard that. What happened? In the dining hall? Blood, you say? I know something about blood. It's mucus, isn't it? I'm somewhat of a positive thinker in that field. When I went to the dining hall to set up for breakfast, the first one to start running was George. His harsh footsteps jogged Hideyoshi and Nanjo to their senses, and they chased after him. Battler and the others followed. They flew into the dining hall one after another, but they didn't find any change that might have caused Kumasawa to go pale. To those who had viewed the gruesome scene in the storehouse, it was a bit of an anticlimax. However, Kumasawa, who had followed them, pointed it out. There really were some traces of blood remaining on the floor. Okay, so someone got attacked here. Compared to that terrible scene, it wasn't very impressive. Are you looking to be impressed by more murderers, guys? However, if you calmly thought about it, this definitely indicated the loss of a lot of blood. Can't believe it. Maria was the one who killed them all. There's another puddle of blood over here. What in the world? It appears that a great deal of time has passed. It's probably safe to say they were killed here last night. It definitely looks that way. They were talking together in the dining hall until late into the night. Someone got hurted. Someone got a boo-boo. After that, someone must have forced their way in. Dad, when did you and Mom slip out of the meeting and go to sleep? I mean, considering how much of a piece of work the family is, good for Maria. She got revenge on her mom. Let's fucking go. You'll love to see it. Was a little past midnight. So, we should probably assume it happened after that. Yeah, I was thinking they died around midnight because we found them at like 7 a.m. and they said that they were at least dead for like 6 hours. So it was almost like immediately after they left that these people started dropping like flies. Give or take an hour or so. Are you kidding me? Give me a break. Time for Battler and George's detective arcs. Now, lady, please stay strong. After seeing that hell on earth in the storehouse, this is nothing. Oh, really? Good for you. I feel like my head's gonna explode. This is the dining hall, right? Every day, this is where I'd eat, complain about school, complain about homework. Talk to my dad about my grades. That's what this place is to me. Milady, it wouldn't be good to remain here any longer. Let's return to the parlor. I agree. Uncle Hideyoshi, I think this room would be really important to the police. Don't you think it'd be bad if we trampled all over it? Battler proposed this in a slightly firm voice as, along with Kanon, he grabbed the pale and shaking Jessica's shoulders. Everything is just as Battler-san has said. There is nothing more to be gained from remaining in this room. Wasn't there more than one dining hall according to the description? Was there? I think there was one in the other mansion, because they have like the main mansion and then the guest mansion. Manjo spoke while looking at everyone's pale faces. Even though that horrible scene in the storehouse felt like something not of this world, at least then we'd be able to leave, to cut ourselves off from that place and run away. Everyone had shared in that feeling. However, this dining hall was different. Maybe I misread it. It's oh well, yeah, it's all good. It was in the mansion, the main building on this estate. And as Jessica had said, it should have been one of the most calming places, even inside the mansion. It was where all of the relatives had eaten lunch and dinner yesterday. The shock of seeing this place smeared with blood reminded us of that horrible spectacle in the storehouse. I believe there was one, and the other is the parlor for tea time and stuff. Oh, okay. Naruhodo, naruhodo. And forced us to accept that we hadn't really been able to run away from the scene of that tragedy. I agree too. The culprit might have left traces in this room. Amateurs like us shouldn't stir the place up. Beatrice showing that she can get them even inside of the mansion. That's very hot and toxic of her. Are we gonna meet Beatrice anytime soon, Jackie? Let's leave quickly. Quickly. Hideyoshi also understood the meaning of what Battler had said and pushed everyone to hurry out of the dining hall. The way we were then, looking at that blood any longer would have been too harsh. Nobody went against his words. Everyone raced against each other out of the dining hall. It was almost as though the last person in the room would be trapped in there all alone. Want me to tell you where exactly, but otherwise not for a while. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm good without that. I just wanted to know if she was gonna show up soon. It's all good. Once in the hallway, we lent a hand to Kumasawa, who was still trembling and leaning against the wall, and we all headed back to the parlor together. Then Genji returned. Oh, Genji-san. Were you able to contact the police? As to that, I'm afraid I must apologize, yeah. I don't know if it was a failure of the radio or something else that caused it, but... What the? So you couldn't contact the police? I kept telling you guys, being trapped on an island, all alone, with nothing but the family, no police, no one to call to for help was gonna get you in trouble eventually. Both the phone and the radio failed? My apologies. A boat will be arriving on Monday morning, and I believe we'll be able to borrow their communications equipment. Yeah, but what day is it? Isn't there a boat on this island? Can't we just take a little trip out to the Nijima Police Department? Hideyoshi-san, that would be impossible with this weather. At the very least, we can't do anything until the typhoon passes us by. Yeah, someone chose like the best day to commit a murder. Very good job, Beatrice. Class-Sama's boat is being repaired and is not on the island. Therefore, we must wait for the boat coming on Monday. How could this happen? 6 people are dead. The phones and radio aren't working and there's no boat. Funny how that works, doesn't it? So until the typhoon passes and the boat comes, in other words, until tomorrow morning, we're gonna be stuck here on this island unable to contact the police, aren't we? They check the weather forecast 10 times over, for sure. Which means that not just us, but the criminal who killed everyone is also confined to this island. That certainly follows. The culprit who killed everyone is still here on the island. So, the bastard who killed Dad and the others must still be hiding somewhere, unable to escape. Damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! We'll catch that bastard! No way I'll hand him over to the police! I'll slice him to bits myself! Maria had finally realized that something odd was happening in the parlor. Rather than noticing something odd, it's probably better to say she felt unhappy and neglected since everyone was getting so excited about something only she didn't know about. I wonder what would have happened if the weather was clear and sunny for this year's family conference, LMAO. Just-chan, did someone die? The way she spoke was completely calm. Just as though she was talking about someone who had appeared on a television drama, as though it was someone else's problem. Jessica probably didn't like that. God, that smug face when she asks that. Yeah, well, like, she doesn't understand the circumstances, so she's probably just like, oh, it's just like in white TV shows. As though trying to say, can't you tell just by looking at me, overwhelmed with grief, she flared up at Maria. Please don't take it out on her. She's a kid. They all died. Everyone. My dad and Balor's parents. Gona-san and Shannon. And even your mother, too. Stop it, Jessica-chan. You aren't the only one who's sad. Maria-san, I know this will come as a shock, but please listen. Your mother has died. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Twi. Oh God, what a way to tell the kid that her mom's dead. God. Stretch out. Mama died? Yeah. Someone killed her. I know it's sad, but stay strong. people die. Yeah, someone probably should have took her aside and broke the news first. Yeah, God, ooh, these people. 6 people. 6 people. Do it, do it, do it. How could anyone do something that cruel? There's a limit to how cruel you can be if you're human. I don't know who it is, but the culprit isn't human. There's no way their blood is red. Oh, so it was a witch. The culprit isn't human. It's just the beep chosen by the beep. Huh? Hey, Maria. Did you say something just now? Maria just said something, but since the words were so remotely separated from the flow and context of the conversation, I couldn't understand them for a second. When I tried to ask her to repeat it again, Maria, how did you censor yourself like that? I was shocked by the sudden sound of Aunt Natsuhi's loud voice coming from the entrance to the parlor. It looked like Aunt Natsuhi and Aunt Ava had returned from their trip to see grandfather. Ooh. Is he dead? You cannot contact them, even with the radio? If we can't use it at a time like this, why do we even have an emergency radio? My apologies. It was supposed to have a maintenance inspection every year. Oh, wait. Don't you have one of those boat signaling devices to make a flashing light? Couldn't you use that to contact the next island? We do not have such equipment. My sincere apologies. Holy crap, you guys are so bad at this. Have you guys never processed the thought of a murderer being on the loose on your isolated island? Just then, Kumasawa arrived, pushing a serving cart loaded with breakfast. Bish, you mean a flare? Since there was no way we'd be able to eat in the dining hall, Hideyoshi had ordered her to take it to the parlor. Why are we eating breakfast here? Natsuhi-san, I'll tell you later. More importantly, Ava, how is father? Judging by the fact that he is not with you, it seems he will not leave his room, not even for a situation like this. You'd think Ava would be more knowledgeable about what the fuck they have on the island. She literally lived here before, right? And they come by every year. He wasn't there. The room was empty. Oh shit. What the? Where could he have gone at a time like this? Do you mean to say the master has left his study? That is correct. I was surprised myself. I wonder when he left his room. Do any of you have any idea? Natsuhi looked at Genji and Kanon as she said this. Maybe she was trying to ask whether the servants who served directly under the one-winged eagle knew of a place he might go. However, it was probably the other way around. Their faces made it clear that those who knew Kinzo best realized even more than the rest how impossible it was for him to leave his room. Even we have no idea. As you all know, within that study, the master had everything from a place to sleep to a bathroom. I couldn't imagine him leaving that room except for a significant reason. In that case, what? Isn't it natural to assume that one of those significant reasons came up? We still cannot be certain that's the case. Anyway, he's a fickle person, so it's possible he went for a walk by himself, unaware of the current situation. If that is the case, then we must act in all haste to tell him what has happened and ask for instructions. That's right. Though I don't want to think about it. It's possible something has happened to him, isn't it? Oh, I'm sure you would love to think about it, actually, Ava, with how much you wanted to get his death inheritance. I'd rather not even consider such a sinister possibility. No one had seen Kinzo since the discovery of those 6 terrible corpses. No, she has a point. On top of that, the phones were broken, the radio wouldn't reach anyone, and there was no way to contact the police. Apparently, the typhoon would leave tomorrow and a boat would come. But until then, no one could rely on anyone outside the island, nor could they escape the island. People did disappear in the night and appeared dead. Could have happened to him, yeah. But alright, I think that is where I'm gonna end for the day with Umineko. I feel like that is a good closing statement that we just read. So I guess we'll find out. Oh wow, they even have their little portraits all read out. Oh shit! Oh my god. His corpse was found inside the Rose Garden storehouse. The direct cause of death is unknown. It seems the side of his head was smashed after his death. This is the beginning of everything. So it looks like he's got blood right here and blood on his hand. And then, of course, getting his head bludgeoned. Oh shit. His corpse was found inside the Rose Garden storehouse. His face seems to have been smashed after death. He has a right to lament his ill fortune. He's just got a bunch of blood splatters on him. What about Kirie? Jesus. Her corpse is found. Her face seems to be smashed. She was chosen by the demon's roulette. That's all there is to it. And Rose has got some on her dress too right here. Her corpse was found inside the Rose Garden. I'll get to see her again so I don't feel lonely. That line makes me think it's Maria that's writing this. I'll get to see her again so I don't feel lonely. So this must be Maria writing all of this. That sounds like something Maria would say. Like, who else would be lonely from Rosa being dead? Unfortunate. Apparently, he was originally supposed to be on duty in the guest house. Yeah, this is sounding like... Yeah, okay, we got some even more detailed ones here, so I want to look... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me look at the original for Shannon. Don't worry, everyone will be revived in the Golden Land. Holy crap. What about Beatrice, baby? Well, damn. Alright. Yeah, I think Maria's the one that's writing all that shit. So I guess we'll find out about that later. But yeah, that is it for Umineko. So now it's time for me to do my required advertisement space. So let me just let me change the category. Check out about Does Babbel have a section? I know Duolingo does. No, it doesn't. Okay. I'm gonna exit out of the game, go offline for a second, and then I'll be right back. See you in a second. Just close out of the game.